Welcome back everyone to another NRG, and here's a sport which doesn't get a lot of video game coverage, not really, not when you compare it to the likes of basketball and football and hockey, I guess, and American football in the States, of course. Anyway, it's cricket, Super International Cricket on the Super Nintendo. We're going to play a short game here. You can play different versions of the game, World Tour, Test Match, which can actually last a virtual 5 days, and just playing 10 overs is a bit of a slog in this. But anyway, here we go. I'm South Africa against England. They're batting and I'm bowling, and bowling on this game is the dull part, if there is a categorised as a dull part. A lot of people obviously are not a fan of cricket because of its slow pace. I personally love the game. I think in the real world, I think it's a very, very intense game, and you've got to concentrate, and you've got to have a high stamina levels and patience levels and skill, and it's a combination of everything, cricket. And as much as it does appear slow, especially the test format, it can actually be a very exciting game, as exemplified in the latest Cricket World Cup, which was held here in Blighty, which England won. I had to get that one in there, didn't I? But here we're playing against England, because I've just done a fast game, so it just randomly chooses any of the international teams. So you can be, there's Australia in there, New Zealand, Pakistan, India, all the big, Sri Lanka, all the big cricketing nations essentially. So yes, it's a simple setup really. You can play as the bowlers, or you can play as the batting side. Most of the fielding is pretty automatic, which is a bit weird. Yeah. So the basic premise of the bowling is that you can use the 4 buttons on the Super Nintendo control pad to essentially swing the ball one way, left, right, short ball, a long ball, a yorker, as it's terminology in cricket. If you don't know the terminology in cricket, I do apologise. I will try to explain for the people that don't really follow it. And yeah, the problem is, it's as much as the actual game in real life is slow paced, the game itself on the Super Nintendo is even more slow paced, and this is a problem. It's quite ambitious. It's got lots of lovely voiceovers. Hey, how's that? Out! There we go. Little tiny caption cutscenes there. The umpire with his massive arms, apparently. Nice scan images there of the players, which is nice. I think the players are actually the developers of the game, done by Beam Software, or Melbourne House as it's originally known as. If you remember Melbourne House, they were responsible for many games, a lot of them not very good. I wouldn't say this is a terrible game. I'd certainly say cricket fans could get a little bit of a thrill out of it. I mean, I certainly do. It's quite nice doing the batting, and we're going to sort of like do a cut fade to the batting, because if I've sat here and played through all 10 overs, and that's the shortest way you can do it. I mean, you can't even, obviously the 2020 version of the game wasn't around when this was made in 1994, should I say. Much less the previous game to this, which was International Cricket on the NES. Look at that umpire's arms, and he's holding his dick as well. Come on, man, sort it out. Anyway, yeah. So you can vary your bowling up, your lengths, your swings, your pace. But the problem is, I got that. Did I get him out? I got him out. Oh, on that note, I think we'll fade to me batting. I think that was nice. I got a wicket. Yes, I've got a run out. On the run out, you can actually, on the run out, basically you pushed up and down to run to activate the run, and that will work at any point when the ball is live as well. So you can actually get yourself run out all the time. There's wides, there's byes, like there was there. I got a bye there for that run. So you have a nice little touch. Is when the ball is in, completely a swing and a miss, terrible. And when the ball is in play on the outfield, you get a little radar pop up in the screen, so you can see where your batsmen are, which is nice. So you can see that they're not there. There's a quick zoom out there, which can be a little bit distracting, especially considering that your fielding players seem to be running on slow motion, and you can't seem to be able to take control of a player, override the control of a player. Oh, edge! Oh, edge! Over the back for a lovely 4. What a lovely shot that was. A bit of a luck, I think. You really got to get your timing right, though. It's a very tricky game. Oh, man. Did he just bowl me out? No, it was wide. It's a very tricky game to actually get the grips of. I mean, a lot of the time I end up just knocking the ball, or, little knocks like that. Yeah, it's not very exciting for the fact that it's so difficult to actually bowl anybody out, consistently at least. And it's also difficult to actually... now I'm in there. It's also difficult to actually time the ball correctly to hit over to a lovely 4 or 6. I've done it once or twice, but not often. It's just all about what timing you choose, what shot making you choose, and where you can position your batsman, as it is in the real game, of course. The problem is, it's not the sort of thing that translates well to a video game. I don't think cricket has ever been that kind of game to work well as a video game. I'm some of the later Cricket 97, maybe they work better. I mean, some of the cricket games on the Amstrad I found really bad. Graham Gooch's springs instantly to mind. But the visuals are obviously on the Super Nintendo are far better. And it's got some nice music, and it's got a lot of audio going on. There's a lot of audio going on, which is cool. The music droning in the background kind of wants to put you to sleep. You can turn that off though, which is nice. I don't like this. When you're batting, you get cut away. That's not me cropping the video, by the way. That is the way it's displayed. So there we go. There's a little radar, as you can see. And yeah, you can throw the X button will throw the ball to the wicketkeeper. And the B button will throw it to the bowling end. If your man's not standing there, which the computer has to automatically control, you just hit the wickets or you throw an overthrow, which is terrible because then your opposite team will make a run. I've just got out there. I think I've just been run out. That was good. Oh no! You see, I wanted to go for a swing cut there, but just completely mistimed it. Slightly off kilter. And that's the problem. No matter how many times you try and practice this, it really is... Oh, is that through the covers? It is! Oh, no, it's not going. I'm going to run twice. There we go, my little blobs there you can see on the radar. Throw back, and then it will zoom back into the infield. So, as far as the cutting away for the outfield, zooming in on the pitch, closer, lovely 4 there. Yeah, that works well. That works quite quick. But unfortunately, the players just need to move faster. I'd like to have override control of some of the players, like when the ball is closest to certain players. There, for instance, couldn't do it. I can't override it. I can't select the player that I want. Some of the diving is really inaccurate as well when you try and dive to stop the ball, dive into for the crease. That's very, very tricky. He's just knocked me out. He's stumped me. God. Yeah, it's ambitious. It's a nice attempt. It's a nice attempt, but lots of things make it fall flat. It's too slow paced, to on the fielding side of things. The bowling bit is pretty dull to actually get into the game. The batting is much better. That's much better. That's much more exciting. But again, timing is so difficult, and there's a bit of dodgy collision detection here somewhere. Oh, lovely! Oh, he threw it out. I'm in. Oh, and there's only one ground. There's only one ground you can play on. It's the same generic ground with the same layout. Yeah, so not much variety either. You've got the modes, you've got the world, you've got the short game, you've got the fast game, and you've got the test matches. So you do have the traditional modes, but outside of that, it's not a lot to get excited about, really, is it? It's certainly not super, as the title would suggest. It's Australian rules cricket as well, I believe, not international rules, which kind of negates the fact that it's called international cricket. Anyway, well, there it is. Super International Cricket on the Super Nintendo. It's a bit boring, really. I'm sorry to say. But, yeah, just watch the real game. The real game's much, 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 much better than this. I think I'm here. No, I'm just in. Anyway, thanks for watching. And well done, England, for winning the World Cup. Novabug. Out. Out!